Hey everyone, it's Chris here. Just a quick update. We've got an upcoming guitar workshop this coming Monday, so it's coming up quickly as things tend to do. Um, and I'm working with my good friend and colleague, fellow musician, guitar player Mark Cullen. And yeah, Mark and I are just really excited to bring our passion for guitar playing and music and the experiences we've had, and the skills we've developed over the years, and share that in a group environment. And we did a bit of a chat the other week, and I've still got those videos up, if you want to check them out too. But yeah, just wanted to share a bit more in this video, just a bit more about the workshop, the opening workshop. Um, and we've had a few bookings, and we've got some free availability as well. We've got some free spots as well. So yeah, so if it's something you might be interested in, would love to hear from you. But first of all, I just wanted to share a little bit more about what's happening on the night. So I guess there's a few things. One is we're cultivating community and connection in the guitar world. And I suppose traditionally, unless you're playing in a band, sometimes that community can be a bit hard to find. And so, yeah, we want to sort of start. We already are, I guess, building it in a local face-to-face kind of environment, and we want to be able to open that up to more people. And my experience, and I'm fairly confident I can speak for Mark as well, is a lot of my, I suppose my growth as a musician and just as a human being has come in a group environment. And there's something powerful about being in a group. And traditionally, guitar lessons are often taught sort of one to one. It can be a bit isolated, and there can be sort of different disadvantages of one to one lessons. There can be a lot of advantages too, but some disadvantages, I suppose, are sometimes, yeah, that isolation, that lack of wider community, and that lack of a reference point of other peers that are sort of doing similar things. And I think there's a healthy competition that comes out of, I'm hesitant to use the word competition, but that I can't think of a better word at the minute. A healthy competition that comes out of being in a room, kind of like in a footy team, you're all on the same team, but you're trying to sort of spur each other on, and you're trying to keep getting better. And yeah, it's sort of a little that camaraderie, I suppose, wanting to create a space for that. And yeah, just inspiring each other, so it's a healthy competition. It's about pulling ourselves up, and how that has an impact on our peers, and inspires them to do the same, and vice versa. So that's one of the powerful things about a group environment. And yeah, so I want to talk about another topic today, which is the inner journey and the outer journey. And I think, for me personally, this has been a big one, as a guitar player and a musician, and just as a human being, sort of finding that harmony with, and that connection, and balance. I suppose those are the words, between inner journey and outer journey. And there have been periods of my life where maybe I've been out of balance, and maybe stuck in one more than the other, or they're not quite lining up. And it's really important to have somewhere safe, where we can have the support we need to align these two fundamental aspects of our being, line them up. What are we doing on the outside, and what's going on the inside too, and how do they align, or maybe they don't align, and how can we maybe sort of create more alignment. And so Yeah, so this is a big one because in the guitar world traditionally there is a lot of focus on the external world and learning how to read music or learning how to use certain techniques on guitar and learning how to learn certain songs and all those things, learning how to form a band, learning how to play a gig, or all these things that are sort of doing aspects which are really important. And I believe there is a lot of great information out there about that. And, we're lucky, I suppose, that we live in a time where resources like information relating to how to learn guitar, there is a lot of good free material. There's a lot of good, I guess, affordable material online as well. And I think the challenge arises in, at least has for me, is sort of having a way to move for all this external stuff to actually be taking me where I'm meant to be going or where I want to be going and giving me that fulfillment on the inside, and also having some tools to work through the challenging things that come up along the way, which for whatever reasons, as a guitar player, there have been quite a lot of things that have come up along the way that I guess one way I could say it is, even though I am a guitar teacher, the guitar has been a teacher to me because it's brought up all these things in my life that I've needed to look at, and things that maybe have taken time to process, but it's been important for me to process those things. It's been important to me to have the support around me to process those things, and what has happened in doing that is I have found more connection to the instrument and more connection to myself. So I think that's what I mean about the guitar as being a teacher to me, is it's helped me connect to myself more, and that has sometimes been a really joyous experience, and sometimes it's been a very uncomfortable experience too, because I think for me the guitar is like a beacon of truth. So all the truths in my life, all the beliefs, whether they're empowering or disempowering, they've risen to the surface. The more I have, moved forward and leaned into my passions, and there is a lot of passion for me playing guitar. So yeah, I guess that gives you a little bit of insight, and maybe that can resonate with some of you. Maybe it's guitar for some people, maybe it's singing for some people, maybe it's you know putting yourself out there in some way, particularly in a way that you care about, and particularly in a way that you're passionate about. It can bring up these things, and of course that can be uncomfortable, but it can be a great gift as well, because even though there might be some things that where we've kept in our subconscious for a reason, because maybe it's not easy to work through all of them, but there is a gift in being able to bring them to light, or having a modality to to actually bring them to light, like a practice, or a lifestyle way of coming into the world where these things start to come up. So, having said all that, I want to create a group environment where we can include that aspect. So that's sort of what I would call relating to the inner journey, and then, as I mentioned before, there's the outer journey, and there's all the practical aspects of playing guitar and creating music, and there's all those things, and we want to include all of it. So that's why I'm calling it a holistic approach to learning guitar, and I don't see that sort of thing happening. Um, you know, all that, I don't see much of it happening. I see a lot of just focus on the external stuff. And like I said, that's a big part of the equation, but I think this other side of it is also important. Um, yeah, because there's so much fulfillment in honoring the inner journey as well, and also marrying the two really allows our authenticity to come through as we play and as we create, and it's super rewarding to come into that place. Yeah, so we want to be able to get the ball rolling and sort of start inviting you into this space. And if you got any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch. I'd love to connect with you. Um, and if you're interested even in jumping on a quick call, we can set up a quick time to have a quick chat, and just, if there's anything you want to run by me, or you're a bit unsure about whether to book for this workshop, and or maybe you're just interested and curious, and feel free to reach out. Yeah, so I hope this is sort of connected with you in some way, whether you're a guitar player or and a musician, or another, maybe you play another instrument, or maybe you do something completely different to music, maybe something creative in a different area. I hope it's resonated in some way. And yeah, I know this kind of work has been really important for me to get into a better place in my life and in my music. So I guess I want to offer it to other people because, yeah, I want to be able to share what I can share, and particularly something that I'm so passionate about. So yeah, Mark and I are really looking forward to connecting with you, and hopefully we'll see we'll see you on Monday night, and yeah, reach out. I've put a link to my Facebook uh, page, where you can get a bit more information, just some more details about Monday night, and just you can check in on the chats that Mark and I had the other week too. We did a recording, so check that out. And yeah, hope to hear from you soon. Hope to see you Monday night, and yeah, we're looking forward to just diving into some musical things, and as far as the inner stuff goes, where safety's the big one, and we're just sort of we want to go at a pace that's we're creating a safe space so that we can take the steps at the right speed, and it's it's all about giving you, you know uh, we're holding a space, and you're in the driver's seat. You're going to change gears when you're ready. So and also we're going to listen to what your needs are on the guitar, and what you need from a musical point of view. So sometimes that's where we start. So we don't have sort of a strong agenda that we're pushing forward. It's more about, really, it's about a deep listening. As far as Mark and I are concerned, we're listening to what you guys need, and we're working at your pace. So yeah, we want it to be an enjoyable experience, and we want it to be an empowering experience, and we want to go at a pace that is comfortable, and feels like you can be yourself throughout the throughout the workshops. So yeah, we got the first one coming up. So yeah, any questions, get in touch. Any interest, get in touch. And yeah, we'd love to see you book yourself in if you want to. And yeah, just reach out and I can help you with that. And yeah, hope to see you soon.